everybody, and welcome to Rapid Fire, which is now its own standalone video series. If you don't know what this is, what are you doing here? Who are you? Anyway, Rapid Fire is when we answer Facebook questions and comments and whatnot. You can also leave comments on this video and ask questions to us, but basically head over to facebook.com/group/podcastbeyond or leave comments on videos like this one, I guess, from this point forward. We're literally just answering your questions. That's what it is. That's why we're here. Kyle Wilson says, thoughts on the new It movie?
I saw It.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Yes.
At this point, right?
Yeah.
It's very easy to talk about.
We won't,
Weird.
do any full clown spoilers, but I liked the children. I thought the children were very good. I liked the way it was shot. I thought it was very well shot.
It was gorgeous.
I liked the performance of the clown, but I didn't think it was very spooky.
It wasn't scary. I thought it was like I keep saying it's a really good coming of age movie and just a kind of whatever horror movie.
There's a menacing clown happening.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I've been reading the book. The book is really way too long, and it's weird because I think the way the book is it's told in flashbacks mostly.
Right.
So, and the movie is just the first half of the flashback. It's all the flashback put into one thing. So it's kind of the same problem you have in terms of chronological storytelling that you get with where do you jump onto the Star Wars movies?
Yeah.
Right.
Because if you know if you know that there's a section of this movie where the kids are adults, you know that none of the kids are going to die.
Yes.
So the kind of the stakes are already lowered in that sense. And at the same time, it's also the pacing is weird because of that. Because normally it's like, oh no, the clown came out and then it was very scary, and then it flashes back to somebody being like, oh my god, I'm drinking gin and plum juice or whatever.
I thought as a horror movie, the sort of side characters were infinitely more terrifying than the clown was.
Yeah.
Like the bullies were scary, like legitimately scary. I don't know. My biggest fear when I was 10 was teenagers.
Yeah.
The freaking pharmacist.
Yeah.
It's just like think of that guy licking his lips. Like that's way scarier than the toilet clown.
There's a line in the book that I think is straight up like, hey, maybe adults are the only real monsters or something like that.
Yeah.
And Stephen King has a tendency to do that, right? If you look at something like The Mist, like the actual fog full of tarantula monster people or whatever going on outside is not as scary as like the religious gun nut standing in the grocery store with you. So I don't know. I'm glad they made it. Like I'm all for more big budget horror movies.
Yeah, I thought it was overall like pretty fine. I think you guys hit the nail on the head. Like I didn't think it was as scary as everybody has made it out to be, and I was a little bit disappointed that they don't go super deep into or even
the lore of where he came from
into the lore. But I think that's probably going to happen in the sequel. So
and the prequels when they do like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre version where
my prediction is that the sequel gets split in two. And that we get two more movies.
I really liked it in the same way that I like something like Rogue One, in that I know enough of the source material that I'm like, ooh, there's that and there's that and there's that, and I'm like, as a cohesive movie, maybe not perfect, but I'm also there. I think they said they're going to do like probably a 15-minute extended cut, and I'm like, yeah, I'd watch more of that because it's all gorgeous. If you haven't, go check out the director's other movie, Mama. It's very creepy, and there's also some familiar stuff in there if you watched it.
And check out his television series, Not the Mama, which was about dinosaurs.
Wow. Yeah.
Good Lord. Jonathan Dornbush.
Really took a walk on
Jonathan Dornbush.
Jonathan Dornbush, who's been on the show.
That's cheating. Why are we rigging the books, putting in these user employee
rampant
reviews?
nepotism.
Did you choose this one?
He's using his influence working at IGN to ask this hard-hitting question.
Journalism.
What is Marty's favorite flavor
Red
of
Velvet.
cake?
Thank you for not saying carrot. I would.
No, it's Red Velvet.
Carrot cake is great.
I do actually like carrot cake.
Thank you, Zach.
Carrot cake is good.
Delicious.
It's not the best cake.
Cream cheese frosting is fine. I don't like red velvet.
I like red velvet.
It was made in the Great Depression. It's not a good cake.
You know what's depressing
nice-
is putting carrots in a cake. That's
I like a nice
depressing.
funfetti cake.
Ooh, funfetti's
yeah,
good.
I'm
Funfetti's all right. I think we can all agree funfetti's a
Your
good time.
hatred of carrot cake is very strange.
I don't
You like
it.
carrots?
I don't like it.
I like carrots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You like cake?
Yes.
Put them together.
Why? It doesn't mean they should go together.
What about
that rap rock?
Wait,
It's really more of like an S&M thing. It's like pleasure and pain. The
carrot
pleasure
cake
of
is
the
the
cream cheese
311
frosting
of
and the
desserts?
Yes.
pain of vegetables.
Not a fan.
Vlad
311.
Billy says, have any of you ever accidentally let anything slip about a game before embargo? And
Yes.
what kind of trouble did you get into?
boy.
Check out last week's episode of NVC where there's just a hard cut about 5 minutes in because I did a bad.
There
And
was.
We've had to do that on this show before, too.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I've done it on this show as well.
Max and I won't say the game because I
leave.
don't want to put anybody on blast, but Max and I did a Let's Play.
Oh, that was bad.
we
that
did
was a
it. We used to
bad
do
one.
Let's Plays before up at noon. We did like a pre-show Let's Play of a pretty like 25 hours deep into the game, high level fight type thing in a video game, and immediately got a call from a PR person being like, did you guys just run like?
Well, it was
They were so shocked because it was such a total like ball dropping. Like we should have just you should have known better.
Yeah.
Like that's not like a thing.
It's one of those
we do.
things. The
That's-
game wasn't out yet, but we'd had it in the office for so long.
Right,
that it's
right.
just-
And the
everyone's
thing is,
talking
like,
about it.
we get a lot of weird, very, not really weird, but very specific guidelines when it comes to what we can and can't show. And like with Nintendo, with Sony, with some other companies, you get stuff like you can show 3 minutes of footage over the course of 7 clips, or you can live stream for 5 minutes, or your preview can only have this much. And sometimes like you screw up and you're like, well, we put up a 6-minute Let's Play, and they're like, that's 3 minutes too long or whatever. But
Well, and in the case of this one, it was like, okay, you can show whatever you want from here to here, but anything beyond that is totally off limits. But you guys were like, oh yeah.
yeah.
So-
And
What
luckily,
about
no
this,
one
though?
watches our show, so
the
it was
absolute-
fine. We pulled it down immediately.
The dumbest embargo encounter I've ever had was for Crysis 2. And that came out like the week before E3. And it was weird because it was simultaneously a preview and a review event. So they were like, here's the embargo if you're reviewing it. Don't talk about it till it's out. And then if you're previewing it, please only talk about levels 1, 2, and 4, but don't talk about the thing you fight at the end of 4.
That's
and I was
a
like,
lot of Nintendo
I was
stuff
like,
is that way.
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And then the weird part was the entire game leaked online. So I'm writing my preview and I was like, screw it. I just go on YouTube and I was like, Crysis 2 playthrough. And I just took notes on this dude who pirated the game. And I was like, well, that was a stupid rule. Also, the game's out.
The Nintendo embargoes are always weird because it'll be like, don't tell anyone that you fight blank at the end of, and they tell you who it is, and I'm like, why did you spoil?
Oh,
You
yeah.
spoiled me.
The embargo
Like,
sheet for Lost Legacy spoiled the thing for me. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, I'm
that.
excited for this. Like, I'm here because I took this job because I love this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't spoil this to me.
I think there was one for Bayonetta that they sent out that was hilarious because there's all this deep cut lore stuff, and it's like, don't address the presence of Merman Chernobyl. And it was like, why don't
Don't worry, I won't.
I was like, okay.
when her hair turns into a tail that becomes 6 guns and then her hair again, don't tell people that. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry.
Ben Gregson says, now that you're doing Beyond Let's Plays, are there any upcoming games you're excited to make a series for?
Yeah, I'm excited to play all the biggies. Honestly, I'm excited to do some Wolfenstein shooting.
Yep.
I'm very excited to do running around with camels and crocodiles in Assassin's Creed. Yeah.
Far Cry for sure.
Oh,
yeah, that'll be
that's
good.
gonna be good.
I mean, if we're
Far Cry's
talking
gonna
about
be really fun.
next year's stuff, then Yakuza 6 is going to be nuts.
Yeah, Max and I just did a Yakuza Let's Play for Kiwami.
Yeah.
Why?
And that's on the Up at Noon channel, or
It's just on the main
just
IGN
Google our
channel,
names,
yeah.
whatever. But yeah, that turned out really fun. That was a good time.
I'm excited when the Persona 5 dancing game comes out. Andrew and I are going to do a 24-hour live stream of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna watch that.
Literally dance all night.
Wah!
Evangeline Gale says, how come we can see Mario's nips but still can't change our PSN names?
That's a great question.
That is an amazing question.
Like,
you don't know-
like Mario's nipples, it will take 20 years,
For us to,
and then we'll finally be able to get them out in the wild. Get those mams out there.
Yeah. And then you can change
shoot.
then you can
Shoo,
change your
let the
PSN
dogs.
name to Mario's nipples. Or Mario S. Nipples, as he's known. Anyway, Kevin Guti says, what was your Saturday morning routine as a kid?
Ooh man, this is
good.
the best.
Woke up real early.
Yeah.
I'd usually do like a big giant bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh man, that's CTC.
Pair that with a little Bobby's World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
This world
I
sucks.
hated
I
that.
love Bobby's World.
No,
Yeah,
Howie Mandel did
Bobby's
his
World.
weird.
Yeah,
Oh, you know who doesn't do that? Howie Mandel.
Yeah.
He doesn't because he's afraid of touching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always hated that. Everyone just in that sucked. I don't know. That was a terrible show.
I was
Yeah.
a Fox kid. I was a
Uncle Ted
Fox
was
kid. I
alright.
did the whole Fox Kid block until
Sure.
about 11 a.m. and then go out
they'd
and try
put
to
on-
get into scrapes and scrambles.
They'd put on like Ninja Warrior or something, and you're like,
Yeah.
time for bikes.
Yep, exactly.
Just
yeah.
get out there.
Yeah.
The one thing I remember was the constant
For
battle.
bikes.
Have you seen the new Fox Kids block?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. It's Alex Jones goes to space and Tommy Lauren rides a bicycle.
God. Anyway,
You ever seen Tommy's World?
I don't want to live in that world.
that'd actually be pretty good as like Fox News kids. And they're
Yep.
just like, anyway, no, I remember like I had to do soccer and I hated it because I'd be like, I could stay home and watch X-Men and find out what that Dark Phoenix is up to, or I could go and wear a teal T-shirt and lose.
Yeah.
Dude, soccer.
If you're
suck.
yeah, if you're
Also-
anything like me, it would literally just be standing in a field and questioning, why am I here?
Same here, except I was in New Jersey and it was 4 degrees and I was wearing Umbros.
Yeah.
And my uncle was the coach and he was smoking cigarettes on the side
Yeah.
because he was Italian. And I was Italian, so they're like, you got to be good at soccer. And I'm like, no, I'm here
clearly
for the
not.
yodels.
Yeah.
They were like, hey, maybe
I'm here
instead
for
of
snacks.
instead of standing there, you should try and run around more and get into that. And I was like, okay, I'll give that a shot. Then I had to get sat down by a dude named Derek for kicking somebody by accident. It's soccer. I'm sorry, I kicked another boy. Why do the shin guards exist?
I was
My dad
literally
tells
there
us-
for Hostess cupcakes.
My
That's
dad
it.
tells us an awesome story about the first time that I got on the soccer field, and I was playing like I don't know, further back. I don't know. And somebody
famous position.
somebody kicked the ball
Mid goal.
and like it rolled past me, and I literally did this. I like saw it coming at me, and I was just like, "Oh!" and just stepped aside and let
pardon
it roll
me.
and let it roll past me. And then everybody was like, "Get the ball, get the ball!" And I was like, "Why?
No.
What if I don't?
I think I had this,
right then that I was destined to be a video game.
I knew very young that I was not going to do that for good. Like, and
good.
so I just stopped doing it at all. Like I did the same thing as you. I just waited there and I was like, hey, all right, good work today, guys.
I used to do a good job, like get out there and make myself dizzy. That was
I never told this story, but we
spin around in circles for a little while. See what happens.
These two British kids came to my town in New Jersey in the 90s, and no one knew who they were from, or who like they were just like didn't have parents
They were
or anything.
orphans.
They were kind of like orphans.
They're like little
British
Oliver
kids.
Twists.
And they were like, they should go on a team. We don't know what team. And they ended up on my team. And my team was just like this, like heavyweights, like, you know, Little Giants, Mighty Ducks.
Big Green.
Just a team of derelict losers. And these two British kids showed up, started doing bicycle kicks and flips. We were undefeated the entire year. They would kick the goal so hard it would like knock the goal back. Like dudes would just get hit in the chest and fly back 100 feet.
So it's
and
like,
then they left.
It was like Battle Royale. You got
Yeah.
a bunch of regular kids and then these two transfer students
Yeah, these
who are
kids
just
would
like
show up,
murderers.
these
You're like,
cyborg robot British soccer kids, and would just wreck shit.
good God. I hated soccer, but I guess we're having a talk about it.
Yeah, talker.
I much preferred Time for Bikes, which was just
Time for bikes.
I love that.
Time for bikes.
I love that. Like you get up and you're like, oh, if I get up super early, I can watch these cartoons that half the people when I get older will remember. And then you keep watching all the shows. You watch the Tick and X-Men, all that stuff. And then
I love the
and then
Tick.
the TV would be like, it's time for you to go outside. Here's something you don't want to see, and you're like, I don't want to see that at all. You like go outside. They'd go
You're
from
right,
like
TV.
it's like a hard right. They're like, all right, and that's all for I don't know, Spider-Man the animated series.
It was like noon. Like human men and women would show up on the TV to tell you like about teen dramas or like American Gladiators was somewhere between a cartoon and being a human adult. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll stick around for this. And then after that, I was out. Like 12:15, 12:30, I was outside in the wild, just getting covered in bee stings and stuff.
so good. Anyway, one last, not really a question. This is from Taylor Christian Allen. Says, can I get a beyond from the crew for having my first kid today?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a beyond.
Beyond.
You had
That's
a
a big
kid.
beyond.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have 0 children.
yeah.
None of us
know
have
of.
any children.
Can we
There's
get a
running
beyond
theme
for
here.
Marty not having any children in
beyond,
spite of
Marty.
his
Nice
best
work.
efforts?
Yeah. Beyond
All
for all
right.
of you out there that have children, and another beyond to those of you that don't. So really everyone.
It's a beyond. Anyway, that's
It's
all
a
for
beyond.
Yeah, I was going for it's a boy, but whatever. Anyway, that's all for Rapid Fire this week. We'll try this again next time, and you know, check out the regular episode, check out our Let's Plays, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm just kidding. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Thanks for watching.